Mfumo nzambi bumono indula bimayonso yange mesalaka bambwetete tangu tingonda songa ngolo yange.
Welcome to NECUM Northeast Congo Union Mission. The NECUM is an ecclesiastical entity serving the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the northeastern part of Congo. This part consists of the provinces of North Kivu, South Kivu, Oriental Province, and part of the province of Maniema. This range is about 628,692 square kilometers. The headquarters of this entity is located in Goma, a touristic and volcanic city near Lake Kivu and border with Rwanda in the far east of Democratic Republic of the Congo. Goma and its surroundings contain many tourism potential. The NECUM has 159,848 members in a population of about 20 million inhabitants. That is one Adventist for every 125 people. These members are spread across 1,020 churches and 594 companies. The 159,848 members are spread in 5 entities: the Central Kivu Field headquartered in Goma, the North Kivu Field headquartered in Rwese-Butembo, the South Kivu Field headquartered in Bukavu, the Up Congo Field which is headquartered in Kisangani, and Kibali Tree Mission headquartered in Bunia. Church ministry in Munzenze prison. The Seventh-day Adventist Church in Goma felt a heavy obligation to help the outcast prisoners in Munzenze, and so the whole local church membership restored to the organizations of different visits on behalf of these prisoners. They were performed periodically and still they keep on being done. They assist them on food and clothes. The local political parliament acknowledges the generosity of our church. It is interesting to find out that this ministry has been a best weapon of evangelization since 248 prisoners have been baptized. Although it seems unbelievable, it is quite true that the church has built a chapel for these new believers, where more than 180 prisoners worship their God regularly. The Adventist ministry in charge of fighting against HIV. The Adventist ministry in charge of fighting against AIDS HIV has been a great support to the community and has already created sewing workshop for people who are HIV positive, where more than 30 persons are learning to cutting and sewing for their care charge taken. Health ministry. Sauti ya Matumaini Radio, throughout its health broadcasting programs, organizes days of meetings with health experts and partners to help the community about family health matters. Actually, we have set up a club of over 60 couples and we just meet once a month. In nutrition matters, Sauti ya Matumaini Radio succeeded to organize a cooking school where more than 40 persons have been certified. It is interesting to note that some of them hold their restaurants, whereas others cook in local restaurants where they gain money for their family support. The distribution of the Great Health Book on the occasion of its second anniversary in 2013, Sauti ya Matumaini Radio workers invited listeners in the big stadium of the place. The effect of this meeting was extremely well because more than 2,000 books have been offered to guests from different denominations. Yesu, Yesu.
Yesu monokulomba bungevuluswa bangka.
The pastoral ministry, in collaboration with the International Shepherdess Ministry, succeed to unite a lot of pastors together with their wives. They came from all the NECUM areas for training that started on 25th to 27th March this year in the NECUM headquarters. This seminar was conducted by Pastor Musa Maguliro with his wife Anna Maguliro from the ECD. By the end of this meeting, all participants expressed their joy and thanked the speakers for their great help. It is very interesting to note that after Musa Maguliro, Pastor Joel Okindo came for a seminar that focused on the TMI, that is Total Member Involvement, as suggested by Pastor Ted Wilson, the General Conference President. All participants were challenged by the speaker and promised to involve each member in mission as quick as possible. Delegates came almost from all the fields and mission of the NECUM. What a blessing for the NECUM! After Joel Okindo, the time came for Pastor Maguliro Mwakalonge, who challenged the youth leaders and all music directors to behave properly in all they do. He reminded them that our musics must reveal out the image of Jesus Christ. For him, our choir members have to know that they are all evangelists, and so they must do all in true fellowship with their church leaders and pastors. The fear of God and discipline are God's rules for our singers, he added. Youth representatives also were blessed since the pastor transmitted them a message of hope as relevant to the acknowledgement of their mission. They all accepted to be involved in God's service than ever before.
Bikamonove volusi monokulomba bungevuluswa bangkaka bikamonove Yesu monokulomba bungevuluswa bangkaka bikamonove Umfumo nzambi bumono indula bimayonso yangemesalaka bambwetete tangu tingonda songa ngolo yange muinsi yambimba una mono siti sange zambi geikele nende mingi una mono siti sange zambi geikele.
The General Conference President visit. Pastor Ted Wilson, the GC President, visited NECUM on 19th May 2016. He was coming from Gisenyi, Rwanda, where he was conducting an evangelistic campaign of 2 weeks. It is interesting to remind that this is his second visit for the NECUM, since the first happened in last quinquennium on 4th May 2012. The NECOM president with all his team, together with all local pastors, were united with a big team of church members to welcome Pastor Ted Wilson with all his team. The local political parliament was represented by different officers. At the end of all activities, the servant of God prayed for Democratic Republic of the Congo in general and for the work of God in NECOM in particular. Our plans: reaching NECOM with news through radio and television Sauti ya Matumaini, training AW team and communication directors with skills, timely report to ECD, more news through the latest technology, improve our channels of communication and getting news, get new equipments for the radio and television Sauti ya Matumaini, expand our programs and quality with the content, show them all the video and more others from the AWR. Testimony. My name is Senga Benjamin. I was born a Roman Catholic Church member. Since my childhood, I have craved to become a bishop in my parents' church. And so, when I became mature enough, I decided to go for studies in a seminarist school to make my dream a reality. My classes went on outstandingly. Surprisingly, within my learning journey, I was given a big choir from a fatter church which I could train and lead. The decision came up from my dearest priest after having discovered out my acute gift in music. Facing new faith. The Seventh-day Adventist Church has been my favorite enemy for so long. I have never felt ready to accept any light from its beliefs, and I was right. However, one evening, God's love sought for me, wanting my conversion in His church. Listen to what happened. Irresistible changing power. We are all beware of the influence of the Holy Spirit in changing backsliders. It was my funny time just in the afternoon. I was sitting at mine holding my small radio in hands. Surprisingly, while turning it, wanting to listen to political news across any broad channel, the unknown powerful guidance led me on the FM radio frequency 98.9 FM. I realized that it was an Adventist radio, Sauti ya Matumaini, Voice of Hope in Goma. For sure, the first words I listened to throughout my ears were expounding out a good biblical story regarding Jonas the prophet. I was no more able to tune it off. My heart was touched deeply by this sermon. An unbelievable power went on pushing me to inquire more about the origin of my preacher and the place where he was conducting this biblical series. Fortunately, after the sermon was over, I heard a journalist speaking of both him and where he was conducting these meetings. I was happy to discover that the place was familiar to me. That was a Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist churchyard area. Then I decided to go there to see my radio waves friend preacher alive. The next morning I was there present, and my inner delighted more when I looked at my preacher. From then on, I attended permanently the meetings while listening to my favorite radio 20 hours out of 20 hours. Finally, all my entire personality was seized by the new spiritual wildfire, taking baptism a decision. Most of the time such a step has been always so tough. Nevertheless, I have determined to surrender all in the hands of the Most High Creator. I have leaned on Christ's power that has convinced me to listen to my friendly radio. I begged him to break down all barriers to my baptism engagement. By the end of the meetings, I was one of the candidates ready to be born through water. I praised my God for this new birth. My former friends troubled me, but I didn't care. Sharing salvation with others. Just after my baptism, I went immediately to witness Jesus Christ to the surrounding community throughout Sauti ya Matumaini radio waves. Later on, 2 other listeners repented and were baptized. Nowadays, I am one of the fluent members in my church. I serve as a church musical director and furthermore as a teacher of musical courses in one of the Adventist secondary schools in Goma town. I am so useful for the church and I am passionate as well for the mission. We never cease to thank God for the talents He gave Singer Benjamin and for His saving power that He applied to bring him in the church. We also praise Him for the way He is using him to advance the Church of God in this part. So say more church members, pastors, together with the radio team.